What is up, guys? Rick Kakis here, and today we are going to be discussing a variety of Destiny 2 topics that have occurred over the last few days. Now, yesterday was the official Bungie weekly update detailing really all the information you need to know about the Destiny 2 PC beta. If you guys want to check that out, there's some differences between the console beta. The PC beta actually gets a new PvP map for quick play. I've already done a video on that. That'll be linked on screen right now. The only reason I mention that is because YouTube did not send out sub notifications properly. I have no idea why YouTube keeps doing this. I'd say if you guys want to keep informed, please press that bell beside subscribe so you actually get a notification when a new video goes up. That's all I'm going to say about that issue. But again, several little issues occurred throughout the week that I didn't get to cover, so we're covering them today. And one issue that started out little. It started out as something that's really not, I wouldn't even say not that big a deal, but something that we've kind of seen before in gaming, but more and more people started to question it, more and more people started to get involved, and this is kind of steamrolled into a larger Destiny topic, is the idea of paid loot in the game. Now, specifically, the topic we're talking about in this video is the release of the new Rockstar Destiny 2 promotion, as seen in the background right here. You can buy these Rockstar energy drink cans, and once you do that, they'll come with a code. You go home, enter that code, and you're going to be rewarded with, as it says clearly on the cans, in-game loot. So we've had these kind of promotions for quite a while. Like historically, yep, you went out and got your Mountain Dew and Doritos, and then you got double XP for Call of Duty. We've all had that around for a while. But do things change when we're talking about loot in Destiny? A lot of people would say that Destiny is a loot-based game, and giving away that loot is really kind of not necessarily pay to win, but certainly paying for loot. A loot that could have otherwise just been used in the game to spice up strikes or to spice up certain activities that other players would probably be more comfortable with doing and earning that loot in-game rather than outright buying it. And the loot in question for the Rockstar energy drink, well, it wasn't super specific on what type of loot you would be able to get. On the back of the can, in the very fine print, it states that you can get maximum 3, what it refers to as engrams. 3 special Rockstar engrams per person, I assume per week. Now, again, those engrams, could they be green? Could they be blue? Could they be something different, like Sublime engrams in Destiny right now? Could they be an entirely different category? What's their light level? Are they going to be like a 3 light level thing? Like when you get armor from a payable loot crate in Destiny right now, like a Radiant Treasure, and you get armor, it's a super low light level that you have to infuse upwards. Those are a lot of unknowns, and I think a lot of people, rightfully so, are reserving judgment on the severity of this topic depending on which one of those things actually happens. But again, this is a complicated topic, guys. Let me know in the comment section. I really want to know what you guys think about this. Do you think Bungie is going kind of too far with this, literally letting people buy loot in the game? Or do you think this is just par for the course? We've seen this type of promotion before, and it's really nothing too egregious. Now, this does combine with the myriad of new pre-order bonuses. In the past few weeks, we've seen a new exotic weapon revealed and then revealed as a pre-order bonus. We've also seen the kill counter ghost, which looks really cool, but again, that's a pre-order bonus. We saw another emote tacked on as a pre-order bonus as well. They're kind of ramping up the incentives to go and pre-order the game, and this kind of goes hand in hand with this same topic. Are they going a little too far? Should they leave this loot in-game? It's gonna kind of suck that potentially you can't get the Coldheart normally throughout the loot system. It's just going to be given to you in the Postmaster or for doing a super simple quest just because you pre-ordered the game. That's another interesting thing that I'd like to hear your opinions on. Now, on an interesting note, it does seem like these pre-order bonuses, love them or hate them, seem to be working. It was just unveiled by Activision that Destiny 2's beta had more total players than in Destiny 1, and not only that, but Destiny 2 is already more pre-ordered than Destiny 1. Destiny 1 was the most pre-ordered new IP of all time. So those are certainly impressive numbers they're putting up. Now moving on to other news, the Destiny 2 API information will be released August 23rd, which is, funny enough, the cutoff date for when you have to officially update your clan information on Bungie.net to transition properly into Destiny 2. So by the way, if you're a clan founder, definitely keep on top of that. You don't want anything to go wrong if you're in a clan and you want that clan to be active in Destiny 2. But in any event, this API information is great news because it means other third-party apps that I'm sure a lot of you guys watching use, like Ishtar Commander or Destiny Item Manager, will be available to utilize with Destiny 2. That was definitely a little bit of an unknown up to this point. Will they work with Destiny 2? Will Bungie kind of just run its own first-party Destiny app? Who knows? Well, thankfully the API will be released. It's pretty close to that September 6th release date, so hopefully all of those third-party apps like Ishtar Commander can be up and running by the start of Destiny 2, and we can be transferring and checking the loot score values of all of that stuff like we do in Destiny 1 right now. Now, another interesting tidbit of Destiny 2 information is that armor will apparently have stats related, in many cases, to how the armor looks. Now, this is going back to a IGN Ask Me Anything with Bungie, where they were asked about armor and kind of asked that question, will the stats relate to how the armor looks? And at the time, Luke Smith said no, but Bungie went back and changed the answer and said, in many cases, yes. The big, bulky armor will generally have more resistance or more recovery, whereas the sleeker armor will have more mobility. Bungie did take the look of the armor into consideration. Now, I mention this because this goes into the huge overarching kind of change that Bungie is implementing in Destiny 2, where you'll be able to recognize just by seeing an opponent really what he is up to. We've already seen within the Destiny 2 beta that utilizing certain, especially power weapons, will showcase what they are just by a quick glance. Shotgun users will actually have a glowing white light essentially attached to the barrel of their gun, and in the beta you could instantly see a player and recognize if that player was utilizing a shotgun, even from a little bit further ranges than traditionally you'd be able to recognize the weapon in their hands. Fusion rifles glowed purple. I think grenade launchers glowed red. Sniper rifles also had that very distinct red scope glint as well. So there's a lot of visual indicators in Destiny 2 that will hopefully make PvP a little bit more dynamic. And introduce a little bit of a skill gap. You know, if you're a good player, you'll see that glowing white light, and no, it's not a good idea to tangle with that guy in close range. If you're a non-skilled player, you may not know that, and you're gonna get cranked. And so guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. Now, if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. Now, if you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That's linked in the description down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.